It's been a while since we've spoken. Obviously, months ago, you were having a difficult time. How have things progressed? Where is your business at right now?
Yeah, morning, Pete. Thanks for having me. Look, it has been a while since we've spoken, and there's a bit of a merry-go-round going on up here for businesses and employees. We had a pretty good period there in June and July where things started to go pretty well, and we had a workforce shortage. We can pretty much flip that exactly on its head now. Now we've got no customers and a whole bunch of employees that we're trying to look after. So it's been upside down from the last time we spoke, mate.
So no customers. Is that zero or just single digits? Where are you at with business?
Yeah, look, most businesses are running around about 10%. Personally, we're running our tours at below minimum, below break even, just to give some support to the employees, get some money in their bank account because there's nothing for them. So put a number on it, we'd be running anywhere between 5 and 25 customers a day. To put that in perspective, in the June-July period where things started to go well, we were running about 200 to 300 a day across our 6 companies.
So you're at a loss. You're running at a loss, Roderic.
Oh, at a massive loss. We're absolutely just hemorrhaging money and doing what we can to keep the doors open and keep these employees connected to the business.
How much has government support been able to help?
Yeah, look, the Cairns lockdown obviously put us in a position where the employees could get a disaster payment for that 1 week, but that literally kept them going for 1 week. We got a long period that we're trying to get across here. We're looking at Christmas before any sort of decent number of people come back. And to have the tourism industry viable, we need to hold on to the employees. So we need these highly skilled people to stay connected to the business. And to do that, there needs to be a wage support. At the moment, the majority of Cairns businesses are supporting their employees out of their own pocket. Today I have employees out at my house doing odd jobs, just trying to get some money in their bank account. I've got staff in the office. There's no customers. The phones aren't ringing. There's nothing happening. And there's 5 or 6 people in the office just because I want to make sure that they can, keep food on the table for their families, and try and bridge that gap until the state and the federal government come together and make some sort of solution here.
The Premier said yesterday that and the Premier and Deputy Premier in the last few days, as a matter of fact, have threatened to keep the Queensland border closed, even if New South Wales does achieve its vaccination targets of 70 to 80%, which is a part of the Doherty Institute modelling, which should outline our way forward. But the Premier threatening to keep that border closed, what do you make of that?
Oh, Pete, it's outrageous, isn't it? It's absolutely outrageous. National Cabinet has agreed months ago to a 4-phase plan to get past these lockdowns. All the premiers have gone out and asked their constituents to get to a certain vaccination number. We are doing that at a really good rate. All the states are getting behind their premiers and getting towards this 70, 80% vaccination so we can get some kind of normal back. And for the Palaszczuk government to then threaten a backflip and to lock Queensland off for longer, it's absolutely outrageous. I just don't know how the people of Queensland are going to reconcile that.
And what will that mean for your business?
Well, we continue on where we are. I mean, it's a game of who can hold on the longest again. Pete, make no mistake, we've spoken a couple of times through this pandemic. This is the worst it's been for North Queensland tourism industry. We have 90% of our market locked out and no government support whatsoever. And the Treasurer of Queensland will come out and say we put together a $70 million support package, but what is that made up of? National parks fees that you don't have to pay, liquor licensing fees for free, deferral of payroll tax. None of those things need to be paid if you're not running a viable business. There's no point in saying you can get an exemption of national parks fees when I've only got 5 people. That's not going to keep me going.
Sure. But potentially, if you don't have interstate customers throughout the Christmas period, what will that mean?
If we don't get interstate travellers through Christmas, we're going to be, look, I don't think we'll be here, to be honest. I don't want to alarm my employees, and I'll do everything I can, spend every dollar I have to support them and to keep this business going because this is my livelihood. But if we don't have customers at Christmas time, then that's probably it for us.
Yeah, you and others too, I would have thought, Roderic.
Oh, I think there'll be many. You know, our local tourism body reports 650 businesses have their backs to the wall right now. They need immediate support. I mean, you see the federal and state government playing out this finger-pointing game in the media over the last few days. And this is a political game being played with people's lives here in Cairns.
Do you feel like there's... Sorry, Roderic. Do you feel like there's a disconnect between governments and regional areas?
Oh, absolutely. If this situation was unfolding in South East Queensland, it'd be a totally different response. You know, people feel forgotten about up here. They feel like our contribution to the state and the national tourism industry is not valued and not important. You know, we are the people who will go out and sell this region to the world when international borders reopen, and the government will reap the benefit of that. But now the times are hard. There seems to be no support at all. There's a massive disconnect from what's happening. You know, and how about these employees, Pete? Like, they've got no money, mate. They've got nowhere to go. The retail sector's flat. The hotels are empty. They can't go get a job at a restaurant. Where are they supposed to go? They can't return home because everyone's in lockdown. How are they supposed to live? They've only got one place to go, and that's into Centrelink on the Dole. And, you know, I believe the state government would high-five each other if they went there, because that means the federal government has to pay it. You know, the state government needs to step up and do some of the heavy lifting here. They're at a stalemate with the Fed saying we both agree that some wage support is needed and that there's a crisis happening in the tourism industry. You know, 3,000 jobs are on the line right now. We're not interested in finger pointing. We want some action from our local government.
Right, Roderic Rees, the Cairns Adventure Group Director. Roderic, good to talk, as always. We will talk to you again soon to see how things are progressing. But thanks for your time this morning, and we will talk to you again soon.
Thanks, Pete.